How's it going, everyone? And welcome to the first episode of the Heads and Laugh Predictions. If you're someone that watches the podcast, you will know that me and Gareth like to set our predictions each week for the up and coming Premier League games. We have a certain format. Well, we used to have a certain format where we would do the correct score. You'd get a certain amount of points for that, and then a certain amount of points for getting the correct outcome of the game. But we're actually changing it. We're just going to you get a point for getting the correct outcome of the game. So if you put, say, example, last week, Wolves played against Liverpool. We both got that right. The score was, it's irrelevant really in terms of the point system now. It was irrelevant. We have actually got the points and we've added all them up, but we'll go over them towards the end. But going on from now, it's going to be a simple who we think's going to win, lose or draw, and we're not really going to go too much into the scores and stuff like that because it made it a little bit more difficult, and it's going to be a little bit more streamlined and a shorter video, separate from the podcast, which we haven't put a post up yet, but that's going to be changing slightly as well. So this should be a little bit of fun for us. If you enjoy it, make sure you let us know in the comments. As far as I'm concerned, I think this is only going to be uploaded onto YouTube. We're going to try and push some actual videos onto there and not the podcast. And the podcast will be staying on Spotify. So yeah, if you enjoy it, drop a thumbs up. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. First game last week. We had Wolves against Liverpool. A game that we did discuss and thought that it could have been a little bit hard, but we both got that right, so we both get a point each. You put 3-1 to Liverpool, I put 2-0. It was 3-1. Bit of a hard start.
Yeah, lads.
Both get a point each. Did you think that Liverpool were in any way, shape or form going to struggle when he went 1-0 down?
To be fair to you, I didn't see the first half because I had other commitments, but by the sounds of it, I didn't miss too much. But again, it's we need to stop going 1-0 down, but we come away 3-1 winners, so happy days.
3 points, all that matters. Next game was Fulham against Luton. I put Fulham to win. Gareth put Fulham to win. Fulham did win, so we could both get a point for that. So far this week, it's 2-1 points. Like I said, 1 point for the win, 0 points for getting it wrong. Third game was Spurs against Sheffield United. We both got that right with a win for Spurs. 3-3 on the points. Interesting that we said this last week, but we were talking about it on the podcast. We mentioned that about 6 or 7 points each week is actually a decent score, and you'll see as we get towards the end of these the results that we were actually quite spot on with that. West Ham against Man City. You put a draw, which is interesting.
I thought City were going to drop the first points of the season there, lads. To be honest, it looked like it could have been on for a little bit. But
yeah, West Ham actually went ahead, didn't he?
Yeah,
so it could have happened.
Gross, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I did predict that City would win. I had a small feeling that they might drop points, but they just look relentless at the minute. So that's 1 point for me, and that's no points for Gareth. Next game was United against Brighton. I put a draw. Gareth actually put a Brighton win, so another point for Gareth, no points for me. Villa against Palace. We both put Villa to win. Villa did win, so there's another point each.
In the end.
Yeah, eventually. Newcastle against Brentford. We both put Newcastle to win. Quite a close game, to be fair. Dubious penalty. Alan Shearer said it should have been a penalty. Newcastle did end up winning 1-0, so both of us get a point again. Bournemouth against Chelsea. I put a draw. You actually put Chelsea to win, so again, another one where I got a point and you dropped a point in. I think some of these games where we've both maybe picked up or dropped points, it's been games where it could go either way, really, couldn't it? Like Bournemouth. It's weird. I see the table a couple of days ago. If the league would have started in January the 1st, 2023, in terms of like every team that was in the Premier League last season that's still there now, Chelsea would be bottom of the table. So anyone that's been promoted,
they only won like 3 games this year or something, this calendar year.
Ridiculous like that, yeah. So any team that's been promoted or that got relegated, they would be behind Chelsea. But everyone else who was still in the league would be ahead of them.
Crazy, isn't it?
When you take into context the amount of money that they've spent on some of the players they bought, it's just crazy, isn't it? But yeah, so that was a point for me. No point for you. Everton against Arsenal. I actually put Everton to win 1-0. Been a bit, bit of a piss in the wind. A bit more hopeful than what was actually going to happen. You went with Arsenal to win 3-0. They did win 1-0, so you got the point with that one. Forest against Burnley. We both thought Forest to win. It ended up a draw, so we didn't get any points in that one. So in terms of the actual scores across last week's week 5 games, it was 7-7. So in terms of the total scores so far, going into the predictions for this week, you're ahead by 3 points with 26 points, and I'm on 23. So we're not doing too bad. like I said before, we did mention on the podcast last week, 6 or 7 points in a week is not a bad score.
No.
And to take into context, the fact that we've changed the point system to just 1 point per correct decision, in a sense, the fact that we both got 7 this week, so meaning we only got 3 of the games wrong, is it's quite good, really, isn't it?
It's not bad as well, considering you look at, United losing, Chelsea didn't pick up a win. So there's like sort of two sort of big misses, you'd say, which,
Yeah.
you'd potentially have down to win in any other given season. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, I don't know why the fuck he went for Everton to beat Arsenal, but hey,
Well, they did it last season, didn't they? So I know Everton are terrible now, and I said it the other day after the game. This is factually the worst Everton team that we've seen after 5 games in the league, in terms of like the least amount of points they've got. So, like I said, maybe a bit of wishful thinking because I think Liverpool will be challenging with Arsenal, but it is what it is. Anyway, going into game week 6, like I said, 26 points to you, 23 to me. We're going to get your predictions and my predictions as well to see who's got decent ball knowledge and who hasn't. First game, ironically, we've got no early kickoff this Saturday either, so we've actually got
I don't know.
no, and I don't know how many times this has happened before, but we've got 4 2 o'clock kickoffs on Sunday, which is a weird one.
Burnley United's Saturday night kickoff in it. That's probably why we got no early.
I don't mind the late kickoffs on a Saturday, to be fair, but imagine it's like Newcastle away against Brighton or something. Some travel after the fans, isn't it? That late at night.
Heavy.
But yeah, first game of the weekend, game week 6, is Man City against Forest. What's your outcome there? What do you think it's going to entail?
Yeah, I don't think City really had to get out of second gear in the week either, did they? So that shouldn't harm them too much. Yeah, I think they'll make it 6 from 6. 3-0 City.
Yeah, I'm going to go with City as well. I think Forest don't actually look too bad, to be fair, but City are they're just the best team in the league by a bit at the minute, aren't they? By probably quite a bit. Can't see anything other than a City win, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go with City win. Next game is Palace against Fulham, another 3 o'clock kickoff. Palace at home.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tougher one to call, isn't it? I suppose Palace being at home probably makes them slight favourites. Yeah,
quite an even game on paper, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Fulham only scraped past Luton last week, though, as well, didn't they? So they have dropped off significantly compared to last season.
Yeah.
I will go for a draw.
Okay, I was going to go with a draw, but to be different, I'm not going to go with a draw because I think it is one of them games where I think personally I don't see Fulham winning. I think if it was at their ground, they might win. That's what I mean. In terms of evenness, I think it is a very even game. If it's that even, if whoever the home team is has got the upper hand, but I'll go with the Palace win just to be a little bit different and not go what you've gone with.
I'll let you go first on the next prediction.
Luton against Wolves. Luton at home. Interesting one. Wolves. It's weird, isn't it? Because Pedro Neto, I've seen a stat where he's created the most chances in the league. He's got the joint most assists in the league, which is ironic because they just don't really seem like they can actually score goals.
No.
But I'm going to go with a Wolves away win. Don't be copying me.
Yeah. I've only got 2 options now. I think, yeah, like you say, it's for Wolves. Again, even last week against us, it showed that from what I've seen, they caused us sort of all ends of problems in the first half. They probably could have been 2 up, so would have been a different game more than likely. But yeah, I think they'll have enough to go there and get a win. So I will go for a Wolves win as well.
Right, next one. I'm going to ask you to go first. Brentford against Everton. Brentford at home.
3-0 Brentford.
Yeah, I agree. 2 or 3-0 Brentford. Everton it's not getting better for them, is it? They've actually probably got worse from last season.
It's not getting better with Beto, is it?
No. Ironically, I think he's a decent player as well, but I thought Sean Dyche was the right man to come in last season and steady the ship and keep them up, but I actually think now they'd be better with a more progressive manager who actually wants to play some good football. And we've seen now with the likes of Luton and Sheffield United and Burnley come up that ultimately you have to try and play good football. You might as well play good football and get beat than play shit football and get beat. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. The problem is he sets up to not lose the game, but 9 times out of 10 they go one behind in a game. So then it's how
Yeah,
they change it. You know, they train all week to basically hold and contain, and then they concede a goal, and it just doesn't change, does it? So, you know what? I think I honestly, if they carry on the way they're going, I'd get him out and I'd get Graham Potter in there, and I think he'll
yeah. I
take them
think
up
he'd
the
be a
table.
great man. One thing he done well with Brighton as well. Like, I think the Zerbi's took them to another level. I think he got them to a team where like you could see them staying mid-table and doing, maybe pushing for Europa League. I think the Zerbi's took them to the next level. But we all know that the Graham Potter of Chelsea is not the Graham Potter. He's a much better coach than that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Um,
I'm not being funny.
and
Chelsea look at Pochettino with them now.
yeah,
No,
but
no different,
with,
is it?
with Potter, I think he'd do well with them in terms of like stopping them conceding goals and stuff like that. But he'd also, get them playing some good football. I agree with you. I think it'd be a good appointment. Next game is the late kickoff on Saturday. Burnley against United at Burnley's grounds.
Oof. United 3 on the bounce in all comps
Yeah,
with defeats now in it. Last place you're on, who be going really is Turf Moor as well.
it's a crap game. Late kickoff, pissing down rain Saturday night. You don't
Yeah,
want to be. It's probably one of the worst games that like stereotypically in the past is not what you want to do, is it? Not where you want to
no,
go.
most definitely not. But saying that, surely to Christ they'll go to Burnley, and I know Burnley got the first point on the boards on Monday night, and fair play to them. You know, they looked all right, and they
Yeah,
withstood a bit of pressure, and you know, they could have easily won it. They had the goal disallowed as well, didn't they?
Forest are a good
Um,
team as well.
yeah, um, yeah, I think United should be all right. I'll go for a United win. I think they'll scrape it 2-1.
I'm going to go with a draw. I'm not confident in them at all. Um, I feel like this is a game where if any company could get up for it with the little rivalry with City and United.
Yeah,
Pardon me. I don't think Burnley have actually. I don't think they've looked that bad going forward. I think they've looked a bit vulnerable at the back, but I think unless Man United sort something out quickly with that midfield and defence, any team's going to walk through them. I think it's going to be a case of
Casemiro's non-existent, isn't he?
that's what I mean. Like I said yesterday in his Discord after they played last night, he looks like the Fabinho that we've seen for the 12-month period where he just looked like you go from being one of the best DMs in the world or the best to just looking like someone that should be playing Sunday League football. And
Like his legs have
um,
fell off.
it's just crazy. It's the drop off's massive. And again, I understand that maybe if he had some legs with him in the midfield, it might help him, but he shouldn't be playing as bad as what he is. I know he scored 2 goals last night, but ultimately, them 2 goals didn't do anything
That's
in the
not his
game.
job.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not his job, but ultimately, them 2 goals in the game didn't do anything for them, really, because at the end of the day, he was not doing his job to stop what, them conceding 4 goals. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a draw. I think I could be completely wrong. United could storm them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they
it's
could
that
do.
game now. It's like Chelsea against Bournemouth last week. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know. But
Hmm.
I think a
I mean,
draw could happen.
referencing back to the Bayern game, if you're going away to the Allianz and scoring 3 goals, you shouldn't be coming away with getting beat.
No, you shouldn't. But
You know
I
what I
said
mean?
this in the Discord last night. I think the score flattered United. 2 of the
Yeah.
goals at the end, I think, were like I broke it down. I think the Casemiro had a little bit of luck. The goal that he scored, Casemiro's first one, I think it was. The play was fantastic, actually, the passing. But then he got a massive bit of luck by miscontrolling the ball and falling over.
Hmm.
And then that was the luck that he needed. Sometimes you need that to win a game, but sometimes
Yeah, of
it's not
course.
enough. And then I think the first goal, it was quite a bit of a deflection for Hoyland's goal. And I just, in that game, it wouldn't have, like, I think Bayern took the foot off the gas. He made subs and stuff like that. And I think he could have scored more. The first 20 minutes of the game, Man United actually played quite well, to be fair. Give them that. Like, but when you can
Yeah.
see the goal, the Reds seem to go down. And to me, they just set up and it's like they're waiting for a moment of brilliance from like Bruno Fernandes or Rashford.
To be fair, though, there's nothing he could do about that first goal, was there?
Uh, Bayern or United?
The keeper, he couldn't do anything
Oh,
about
Nana, I know,
that
yeah.
first.
Yeah, we won't go into that. Right, next game anyway. Chelsea against Villa. Early kickoff Sunday, 2 o'clock. Chelsea at home.
Over to you, mate. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with a draw again.
Okay.
It's strange, because I actually do think Chelsea are better this season than what they were last season, which is mad to say because they're still like 13 for the table. But I do actually think that Pochettino eventually will get them playing some more right football. I watched Nicholas Jackson play in pre-season. and he looked really good. And he's nowhere near yet on the level of, but in my opinion, of what Darwin Núñez is. But he's got that Darwin Núñez vibe about him. He's a little bit erratic. He's exciting to watch, but he just can't seem to hit a barn door. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the way Núñez was. That was the perfect, sum up of Núñez's first season for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
Did you see that video on Twitter, lads, where he made the goal like 300
Yeah, like 400 times bigger or something. And I just think without them having, like, I think Brozier might be back soon. They need a striker that's going to score goals for them, and I can see them drawing, or even Villa getting a result out of it. What about yourself? But
What are you going
just for
for?
context, I'm going with a draw.
Sounds. I'll go for the Villa win then.
Yeah.
I think
Again, it could do. Could do.
It could, like you say, this game could go any of the
It could
three
go
ways.
all
I mean,
three ways.
Villa haven't. I don't think they've actually sort of met the standards we all thought they would up to now. But the win,
Yeah.
they are still winning games. Like last weekend, they come back and won it late on. But obviously, we're recording this on Thursday night. They've just got beat there in Europe, and they've got that to deal with. Whereas Chelsea have had a free week, haven't they? But no, I'll go for it. I'll go for a Villa win.
Sounds. North London derby, Arsenal against Spurs at the Emirates.
Should be a belter, this, shouldn't it? Absolute corker of a game.
I reckon we're going to disagree on this one as well.
It's a tough one, lads, isn't it? Again, it's a tough one. I mean,
this is the biggest test that both teams have had this season.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
So far, anyway.
Obviously, I know Spurs have. Did Spurs play United earlier?
Yeah. Yeah,
obviously, Arsenal's a different kettle of fish, especially away from home as well.
I don't know if you know this, like, but in terms of like difficulty of first 5 Premier League fixtures, Spurs and Arsenal were actually the top 4 teams, with Chelsea and Man City to have the easiest set of fixtures for the first 5 games.
All right, okay.
Interesting stuff for you. Newcastle had the hardest set of fixtures, which was a post that I think it was Sky Sports put up. That was the difficulty was determined based on the quality of team that all teams were playing in the first 5 sets of games, and it was like they made the data by using Opta, the data-driven website, which is interesting. So in terms of these teams, anyway, Spurs and Arsenal, they've had 2 of the easiest set of 5 fixtures that you can have to start the season.
So it's defo the first proper test, isn't it?
100%.
There's usually goals in this game as well, and I don't see this weekend being too much different. To be fair, considering the attacking talent on show.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a draw.
Okay, I'm going to go for Spurs. I think Spurs look fantastic this season.
Oof.
I think Arsenal haven't got going yet. I don't think they've been as good as what they have been over the last 12 months. Again, it's one of them games where I think Arsenal will be the favourites going into it, but the way Ange got them playing football already is just, they're actually quite enjoyable to watch, which is mad because they haven't been like that at all under Mourinho or Conte.
Maddison's having the time of his life, isn't he?
Exactly what I was going to say. James Maddison, just such a good player. I think he cost 40 million or something like that, which is, in today's madness in transfer fees, it's just baffling, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely baffling. Next game is another 2 p.m. kickoff. Liverpool at home against West Ham.
Yeah, it could be a tight one for Liverpool this again. I don't think Jurgen has much of a team talk to do though after Mikel Antonio's comments earlier this week, where he thinks West Ham are going to finish above Liverpool. So good luck to him. I don't know what he's been smoking or having in his pre-workout shakes, but yeah, good on him. I think Liverpool will have too much going forward for West Ham. I don't think defensively they are sound enough just yet. And I will go. I think we will concede again. I don't think we'll be able to shut them out. I'll go for another 3-1 Liverpool victory.
Fair enough. I'm going to go with Liverpool as well, obviously. I mean, unless we're playing Man City, pretty much every game we play, I'm going to predict us to either win or draw. And yeah, I agree with you. I think we're starting to see Liverpool play a lot better. And I think West Ham have started great this season, to be fair, so I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think the fact that it's at Anfield should give us a little edge, you know what I mean? To help us get the 3 points. Right, second to last game of the game week 6, Brighton against Bournemouth. Brighton at home. Brighton are currently playing now, actually losing 3-2. in the Europa League against Athens, there's been 30 minutes of added time. The referees literally just blew the whistle.
Yeah, it's one for Brighton, and to get used to again, the Thursday Sunday thing. So you could see how it affects them this weekend. And Bournemouth aren't mugs really; they always carry a threat. But you would think Brighton would be strong enough to get a result at home to Bournemouth. So I'll go for a Brighton win.
I agree, Brighton win. I think Bournemouth are looking decent. I think slowly but surely they're going to cement themselves as being a Premier League, like a proper Premier League team. Maybe not someone that's going to challenge for European places, but someone that's going to be a steady Eddie, that's going to get mid-table. I think they've got some good players there, and I think they'll do all right. But yeah, I go Brighton. Last game of the weekend, Sheffield United at home to Newcastle, 4:30 kickoff.
It'll be another test for Newcastle again after again their first sort of taste of European football for many a year. Going to Milan there, they didn't have it all their own way on Tuesday, did they? It was a difficult game. They come away with a point, which is a good point.
Yeah, very good point.
Going Sheffield United again, it's just one of them games that you don't. You've got to fancy it to go there and get a result. I mean, you know what I mean. You can't go there half-assed and expect to just steamroll them. So, I think Newcastle have enough. I'll go for a Newcastle win there at Sheffield United.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should be winning this. I think I'm still waiting to see them get going this season, to be honest. But Sheffield United and teams like Luton and stuff like that, any of the teams that want to get European places, no matter whether it's home or away, they have to be winning. So I agree. I'm going to go with Newcastle myself. I think they'll have too much for them. But yeah, that's all our predictions. If you want to put yours in your comments, like I said, we'll in the comments on YouTube, we'll give you the opportunity to see whether you can better what me and Gaz have done. If you want to, make yourselves a little score chart as well and see how well you do against us. Like I said, so far Gareth's on 26 and I'm on 23, so it's quite close. Still a long way to go. We're only going into game week 6. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like. If you got any other types of videos that you want to see from us, short form content, not with the podcast, maybe 10, 15, 20-minute videos, whether it be, based around football and anything else, let us know. The YouTube channel, I think, is going to sway more towards that way, different type of content, or maybe just football and, like I said, short form content that me and Gareth can sit here and discuss. We might even get a few of these on. We've done a transfer deadline podcast, sorry, with a couple of people in the community, and that was quite good. We could do stuff like that. We could do watch-alongs. Sky's the limit. Let us know in the comments. Gareth, nice one for joining me today, mate.
Nice one, everyone.
Appreciate it, everyone. See you all later.